Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is going to be a Camel Warrior guide. So it is on day of release, yet again, similar to the Ripper Demons, I'm doing another Slayer guide for the new high level Slayer creatures. And yeah, the Camel Warriors basically, they're not so intense as the Ripper Demons, as in, you don't have to concentrate as much, which is good. They are sort of like Glacial in a sense though, that, they spawn 3 minions, and you have to kill them sort of in a certain order, which I'll talk about later on into the guide. But yeah, inventory, just a standard inventory setup, similar to Ripper Demons with, the brews and restores. Not so many restores this time. You want to take a Penance Aura. This will help you out a lot, but if you don't have the Aura, then, I'd suggest bringing, say, another line of super restores for, or prayer flasks for your prayer. So yeah, the Rocktails, Charm Stackers, Spring Cleaner if you have it, and also a Pharaoh's, a Scepter, or Scepter, however you like to say that. And then the gear, I just use Pernix. You can obviously use Serenic or a Death Lotus, which is kind of a little bit more cost effective, but you probably end up getting a little bit more kills per hour. But I quite like using Pernix here, it seems to be fine. And obviously you'd swap the cowl or the helm item for a Slayer helm if you are on a Slayer task, of course. Noxbow, I haven't really tested Ascensions, I just prefer the range of the Noxbow and some of the abilities that it has rather than the Ascensions. Asylum Surgeon's Ring, you can also bring a Ring of Vigor switch because you are going to be using ultimates, hence why we brought the Silverhawk boots. So yeah, it's not going to be as intense as Ripper Demons, as though we can use ults and we gain a little bit of agility XP, but if you don't have Silverhawks, then Pernix boots, Armadillo boots will be fine. And then gloves, Pernix gloves, Armadillo gloves, fine yet again. And then in the yak we basically just have, if I can find it, there we are, just a full inventory of food yet again. Anyway, I'll now show you the way of getting there and we shall start killing them. So what you want to do is just use your teleportation method, and you want to click the top option. Not going to bother trying to attempt to say that because I'll probably fail dramatically, and you'll end up being in the starting room at Pyramid Plunder. Now you want to head out the southern door and you'll be in Sophanum. Now if you have completed the contact quest, there is a bank here, but I would not advise running all the way back. Just to rebank, it'd be much quicker to teleport out with your completionist cape or even your lodestones. So you want to run sort of eastish on the wall, and there'll be a gate here. If you use quickly the gate and you carry on going east, there will be an island that will appear in the center of the water, and there's an agility shortcut there as well, which you hop across the stepping stones and you're practically there. It's as simple as that. So yeah, let's crack on with the methods that these creatures use and how to kill them. Alright then, so start off by obviously attacking them, and as you'll see, as soon as it's attacked, it doesn't do it all the time, it will spawn 3 Mirage minions. Now, there is a certain order that you can actually kill these. I find killing the blood one first because that is a healer, and it will heal the other Mirage minions when they are damaged. So you want to use a rapid fire if you can on the blood Mirage minion, just to drop it down. And then the second one you want to kill is the shadow one, because that has an ultimate attack. As you can see, it has an adrenaline bar, and its ultimate attack will siphon prayer points from you, a good 200 in one siphon. So you want to drop that as quick as you possibly can. Use corruption shot if you have it, or even fragmentation shot along with snapshot. That will drop that minion very, very quickly. And then finally you want to kill the smoke mirage. This uses a smoke attack which will reduce your chance to hit by 5% for a minute, and I don't think this actually stacks, so it's not too bad of a debuff. So obviously you want to kill the blood one first because that heals and heals other mirages, and then you want to kill the shadow one because it reduces your prayer points quite a lot when it uses its ultimate attack, and then lastly you want to kill the smoke mirage because it's the easiest one to deal with, and that's about it. So once all 3 Mirage minions have been defeated, then the Camel Warrior will basically reappear, respawn, and you want to use any ability apart from stuns. So the range stuns are as follows: Rapid Fire, Tight Bindings, Binding Shot. If you use a stun after the Mirage minions have been defeated, then it will use its special attack early, that's why it has an adrenaline bar, and I'll talk about that right now. Alright, so I'm actually going to do a kill which is a little bit more tricky. As you can see there, it has this adrenaline bar going up, and also it is due to spawn minions, or the Mirage minions. And as you can see on the same game tick, it does its ultimate attack and also spawns Mirage minions. So this ultimate attack is a constant tornado, which if you do not move out of the way of it, it'll increase damage until you are basically dead. As you can see, the damage keeps increasing and trying to get out of it, and it is just constant 2Ks towards the end. Alright, so here is what it'd be like on a regular kill. As you can see there, the adrenaline bar is rising slowly, and then during its ultimate it will actually slam its staff on the ground, so that's when you know it's using its ultimate attack. There we are, and it will spawn the hurricane which you want to move out of. As you can see, I was getting dealt quite a bit of damage there, and if you do not move out of the way of that just by one square, as seen in the previous clip, you get absolutely destroyed. So that is practically it for how you actually deal with the Mirages and also the Camel Warriors themselves. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about the drops. So previously, the previous two Slayer creatures that have been released, the drops haven't been great. I'm going to actually go through these drops now. They do drop, Dragon Maces, Dragon Plate Legs. I'm not quite sure on the drop rates, but within 38 kills that I have currently done, I have had 3 Dragon Mace drops, which isn't too bad. They also drop a few rune items, so a Spring Cleaner is quite useful here. Herbs, they drop 3 different herb types, and they come in noted, and they come in, drops of 4, which is great. Other drops as well, miscellaneous drops, air orbs, black d'hide, coconuts, cactus spines, fire talismans, mage logs, onyx bolt tips, which is a pretty good drop to be honest, and also potato cactuses. Now all them are noted and do stack in your inventory, so they are perfect items to pick up if you're creating a tab, Slayer tab, or if you just want to make overall GP. Out of the 3 batches of Slayer creatures that Jagex have released, I am going to say that these are the best so far, as in terms of, I'd say killing them and also drops. I mean, the drops are consistent ones that you'd pick up, that you'd collect in your inventory, in your banks over the course of going, from say 96 to 99 or 96 to 120 Slayer. I would only recommend doing these on a Slayer task. I wouldn't recommend camping them for money, because, end of the day, you're not going to make bank off of these, and also, you're going to make more off these than you would Ripper Demons and the Living Wyverns unless you got lucky and unless you get the items. But in my opinion, out of just general loot, these are the most consistent, and these are the ones that you would make the most off so far. So I'm going to predict that we're going to make the most consistent GP from the Mammoths, which are going to, I think, be coming next week with the final batch of the Slayer creatures, and along with that is going to be another Summoning Familiar, which is going to be interesting to see. This is my reasons why the Mammoths are going to be the best out of these 4 Slayer batches. So that is going to be it. I'm going to conclude this video off here. I hoped this guide did help. Obviously it is on day release, so not all things are going to be perfect, but it's just to get you guys started. And also, I would like to thank Mod Nina on the Runescape channel for commenting on my Ripper Demon guide, taking on the feedback of you guys in the comments, and also the feedback on board from myself during the video, and hopefully they can implement some of the things said into future things, future Slayer updates possibly, and yeah, that is about it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it helped like I said, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.